tuned in to What up, world? It's your boy Slim Thugger.
Boss like Rico.
OG Shot.
Goddamn Sam.
And this is the Connect Podcast. Welcome back. I kind of forgot how to do the intro. It's been so long.
For real.
But you know what I'm saying? We back, man. It's been a minute. Of course, 2020 been a disaster. Definitely gonna be in. We walking in the history book right now. You know what I'm saying? It started off treacherous with, well, I ain't gonna lie. R.I.P. Yeah, it was treacherous because Kobe died and his daughter died viciously. Like, that was so left hand. We didn't want to see that. Then it went straight to Corona. Then we straight into a civil war. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
World change about R.I.P. George Floyd. So man, 2020 has been a history book for the most part.
Yeah. It's crazy. Yeah. So yeah.
They're gonna talk about this for the next 100 years for sure.
Yeah. So we got DJ 2D. He's a special guest today. He got a plan that he wanna give out to the black people in America. So.
This goddamn Sam homeboy, so we don't know him like that. So we gonna see. Nah, I'm telling you. We gonna see what he talking about. Then we gonna let you know if we fuck with him now.
Yeah, man. But started off, this shit is crazy, fool. It's like a protest everywhere. You know what I'm saying? All over the world. Not just black people. It's white. There's people in the UK. It's people everywhere protesting. It's like the biggest outrage I've seen thus far from anything like that. There's a lot of people.
Never seen it.
I ain't never seen this. It's worldwide. I seen some people in the UK tear down a whole statue of some slave master and toss that bitch in the water.
Right.
Sound like everybody fed up with it. Like
For the cause, I think it's necessary.
Right. It is.
Me.
So you think the rioting and all that is necessary?
I'm not gonna say the riot, because I think we need to get to the legislation.
Right.
If we don't do that, we can't stop. Like, we on the gas right now. We can't stop. We got the protest. We got to keep going.
Whatever we got to do to keep them uncomfortable.
We got to keep them
I think it's protesting. I think it's rioting, and I think it's legislating, because you got to kick a little noise with the same.
Exactly.
You got people for protesting. You got the ones that want to riot, and you got the ones that need to promote the vote.
Right. I think how we got what we got going on. We need to keep this momentum until November.
We have to keep it.
And when it's election time. You know
yes,
what I'm saying?
Right.
That's the only way it's going to really, because he was all right at first. He was probably finna win again and cruise through this shit on it, because we couldn't. I don't feel like Joe Biden had enough momentum behind him, for us as black people to get up and go vote, or whoever, to go vote for him. When nobody really just loved him like Obama. I don't feel like it was gonna be a win, honestly, because them white folks love Trump. They gonna pull up. Everybody, he got fans. They gonna pull up.
They pulling up.
They gonna pull up. So it's like, I don't know if we was gonna win at first, but now, shit, it's like everybody pissed.
Yeah. If we stay in chaos, if we don't do it organized, and we stay in chaos, he gonna automatically be president.
You think so?
They can't switch if the world stay in chaos.
Oh, for real?
Yeah. They ain't gonna be able to switch.
Man, we missing a Malcolm X. We missing a leader, like a motherfucker. Like, ain't nobody, who is our
We gotta organize it, and we gotta get to the right point right now. Like, we have to get to legislation and get him out of there. Like, we gotta do both. We're in the middle of doing both right now.
Yeah, and we need to start voting locally too. For our district attorneys, you know what I'm saying, Senate, all of that. We need to start voting locally.
See, but that's what I'm saying. Like, right now, it seems like we just kind of saying shit. Like, we need this, we need that. Right. We need a leader who leads us and telling us exactly what we need to be doing and exactly how we should be moving to get that done. The procedures of what we need to be doing to get whatever we need to get done to really get some long-term change that stops this shit for real.
That's what we need.
Because they really kind of waiting on us to just get back quiet and let the shit go back to normal.
We got a couple lawyers that want to get with you and use their platform. They want to be used under the pro bono act.
This is the problem, fool. That's not the problem. That's what we need.
Yeah.
The thing is, rappers have a lot of power, but we don't have the backing of, it ain't a lot of rappers and lawyers fucking with each other. Now that Meek and Jay-Z them doing what they doing, they gonna probably get a lot of shit done. But that's what it need to be more of, black people from different sides of the world who's successful. Maybe a lawyer sitting with a rapper and a doctor, and different people coming together to make shit happen.
All races of black too, though. I think like the Africans, everybody that's black, they come together.
I believe they are though.
A lot of that's starting to happen.
That's starting to happen.
On YouTube, you see a lot of stuff where the Africans are standing up for what's happening in the country and just what's happening to black people in general. I think that the best thing I can say about what I've been seeing about the protests that has been effective is gaining attention. The problem is I've been watching this stuff happen since '92. I'm not new in being involved in the community, and the same process keeps happening. We get attention, and then everybody get tired, and then don't nothing happen.
Get back in. That's what I'm saying.
The key is that the main thing I've been looking to see is anybody coming with a plan. Exactly. After everybody get tired of marching, what are we gonna do? If you let everybody get calmed down, it'll be another 30 years before you have this type of opportunity again. And so the kind of person I am, that's kind of how it happened, because I've always been ain't nobody gonna do nothing? Ain't nobody gonna do nothing? Well shit, fuck it, I'm gonna do something. Yeah. And so that's kind of how it even came from having a plan. Was like, it seems like nobody's coming with one, and if we don't have one, at least if don't nobody like the plan I have, it's a starting spot. Okay, well, how about we switch it and do this? How about we change? At least we got something to start.
It's a structure.
Yeah, it's the ideal shit. That's what we need more of, though. So, what's yours?
Yeah. So, the plan is kind of lengthy, so I probably won't go into all of it. But the main thing that made me come up with this was the idea of, we tend to, like you said, people want to see a Malcolm X or a Martin Luther King, and that's good, but I think we got to get away from that to a certain extent. If you ever notice a flock of birds flying, if something going to that flock, they all gonna keep going in that same direction, even if the one that's in the front get killed. That's how we gotta be, because every time the leader get killed, the whole momentum dies. Mm-hmm. But if it happens to where something happens to me, y'all keep going. If something happens to him, y'all keep going. Then what do? How do you stop that? That's always been the biggest issue. So I'm just running to a couple of ideas.
That's true. It need to be more of an organization than just one person.
So they can't pinpoint the head to.
And from that comes back to structure. Yeah. Everybody got to be willing to follow that structure.
Like I said, it got to be back to what I just said: lawyers, doctors, and rappers, and everybody coming together. Us using our power of the people. Them giving us the knowledge of how to use it right. You know what I'm saying? And what exactly we need to do to be in the right when we doing what we do, and to actually put some pressure on them to make some type of change. Like what would be the change though? What y'all think? Like go ahead.
So I got one thing that I think that would definitely add to that. I would say people are saying to defund a lot of the police, right? What are they gonna do with that money? Well, I say.
What does that mean? I've been hearing a lot of that.
Defund basically means like they get X amount every year, every month, or whatever to do what they do. It's just shrink that budget. So if they normally getting, that basically makes it where they can't have as many officers, and the ones they have got to be a high quality. Because if you ever work for a company, if they have to downsize, the worst ones the first go. So if you the one been getting out of, you ever work, let's say you work at Fiesta, if you the one always showing up late, they get rid of you first.
They defund the police. The people who have the violations against them is the ones gonna get cut.
Well, people who just in general who've been performing poorly. So whatever that thing might be, whether you just been showing up late a lot, whether you've been getting a lot of complaints, whatever it is, where they've been trying to work with you.
Well, that might get a few of them out of that.
They cut certain departments off.
But here's the thing that I say they should add to that. With that money, they should make it where, let's say if you're an officer and I've been mistreating white people or whatever it is I've been doing, if you can report it and you can prove it to be true, you get a $250,000 check. I guarantee you that kills that whole blue wall of secrecy. If I know I can pay my house off just by doing my job.
You saying a policeman?
Yeah.
So that's what, if we came together like
snitching on each other.
Yeah, because they're asking us to snitch, but they not snitching on each other. That's, to me, that's why I don't believe in such thing as a good cop, because you
They
know these
overlooking
dudes.
the bad ones.
You know, before he get to the point where he actually kills somebody in the street, you seen that Confederate flag in his locker. You heard him say this type of joke, that type of joke. You just saw him in the streets, and you didn't say nothing.
I got people who police, and they say that them people, they'll just like be in that bitch like and just get a homeboy the rank, you know what I'm saying, the upper job. Nigga who ain't qualified.
It's been like that.
Yeah. So that's what it probably be a lot of. I'm sure that's in everything.
That's in everything.
Yeah, but that's a good one though.
But listen, that's you just look at this, man. The number of people who just been released from prison who didn't commit their crime, and the majority of them is us.
Exactly.
So it's been of that.
It's been worse than it is now.
Yes.
I believe. Way worse.
Was.
Yeah.
Yes.
For sure.
Like niggas is doing less jail time right now than they was back then. Like niggas is doing life sentences.
They was giving niggas 50 like it wasn't nothing.
And it wasn't nothing for the police to
So
catch
that's what
you
we
and
got to
whoop
work
you.
on. Well, I guess that's what Jay-Z done working on the different laws.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? But does that affect state or is that just federal? What they doing? I wonder.
They need to go federal.
Yeah, shit. Man, it's like.
Tell me about the app.
Okay, so one of the ideas that's a part of the plan is that we create an app, and what that app will work, basically, every black person is on this app. And what happens, let's say you get stopped, you can hit one button and it makes your camera and your microphone come on, even if your screen closed. And it notifies like an Amber Alert, every black person in the vicinity. So let's say it's like 100 black people in the area for whatever reason. They all gonna get this notification.
Yeah.
If we free, let's say, maybe
Sort of like a Waze when they notify a cop around the
Whenever
corner.
you feel pressure, you want to hit that button and have your people come see you.
Yeah, and then basically what'll happen is, let's say out of that 100, 30 of those people are actually available. 20 of them actually come out. If they all coming out and filming, you less likely to get mishandled knowing I got 20 cameras on me.
Right.
And me personally, I add to that, if you see somebody getting mishandled, you gotta get involved.
Right.
You got to get involved. You can't just stand there and record, because that's somebody's life, that's somebody's mama. I guarantee you, if that's you on the ground smiling your neck, you gonna want somebody to push this dude off.
But then you look at that, I'm just saying on the
That's
other
the
side.
case.
Yeah, because if what happened
That's
with
what
George
people
Floyd,
don't think.
if everybody saying if I was there, I'd have jumped on that cop, they would have whooped your ass, shot you, or whatever. Can you prevent that? How you gonna tell somebody to go and do that?
Well, as far as that part concerned, that's up to the individual. I'm telling you, when I get to that space, I'm telling you how I operate as a person, how I would do in this situation. Now, how that person decides to stand there and continue to record, or whatever the case, or try to call somebody else, or whatever the point is, you got people that's there, and can't nobody manipulate the stories and say, oh, he tried to go for my gun, or this and that, because you got 20 people seeing the whole process go down. Right. And make sure you stay a safe distance where you're not interfering. That's a good way of
working together, to keep them police to police.
It's basically like what the Black Panthers used to do, except it's added technology to it to where anybody could be a black person.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
That's a good
great
idea.
idea.
I like that idea. You should keep trying to make that shit happen. That's dope.
So right now, my main thing is trying to get in the rooms with the type of people that can push certain buttons and make some of this stuff happen. Some of the stuff on the list is things that individuals do. Stuff like when you see black people in public and you in a general close vicinity, speak to them. That shit is free. And the thing about it, over time,
I agree with that.
What that does is, let's say for example, I always see you in this certain grocery store. Hey, what's up? We don't never talk, whole conversation, nothing. We just speak. If I see something happening to you, it's a lot harder for me to watch that shit and keep on walking like ain't nothing going on, because I might not even know your name, but hey, this is light-skinned dude I speak to all the time when I see him in the store. It's harder for
you
me
to walk by.
Yeah.
You gotta relate.
Because a lot of this shit happens because people walk by.
Definitely need to get better at that.
We just pass each other.
We pass each other without saying nothing. It's an automatic like I be trying to break out of that, and I try to salute people. Like I tell you, I say, "What's up, boss?" and give everybody, respect. And that's just it definitely need to be more than that. It even be at the park.
I practice that at the park.
Yeah, I try to speak
every
time I see somebody. Just like that's good human, characteristics. So you just need to be that. Don't be the nigga who always look. That's mental problem when you always got a chip on your shoulder and shit. You know what I'm saying? You got to be. give everybody equal respect. You know,
and that's one of those kind of things that can be passed down person to person. If you have that Malcolm X, he can say that, and people are gonna move. If all the Slims and the Sauce Walkers say that, people are gonna move. Mm-hmm. That's the part where y'all have power. I don't really think like there should be these self-destruction type, stop the violence type songs. If you just put a little nugget here and there, everybody that's into you eventually gets that. Move. Yeah, if Slim saying, hey, I spend money with black businesses. Yeah. People who follow you gonna do what you doing.
We definitely
Sauce Walker say, hey, I didn't buy no chain. I went and bought property in the hood. People that follow him gonna do that.
Right. Yeah. We do all that. We older now, so the older dudes who've been knowing us, they follow us and they always come to us and say, man, we got inspired. We seen what y'all was doing. It's just about connecting with the youngsters, the kids now. Because we see that a lot.
The key to the community is the average person is a consumer. They don't think big cerebral thoughts about how to operate through life. Most of the time, you can get almost anybody, black, white, whatever color, do it if you make it cool. Right. So that's the key, is doing certain things that need to be done the cool thing to do at the same time, which it really is, but so often it's being painted in a certain way. Like now, reading books and stuff is becoming more and more cool, but you think about Billy. Shorty can't eat no books. That's the mentality a lot of people have had in the hood about reading.
Right.
And it takes people that got influence to say, you know what I'm saying, what you do when you ain't got nothing to do? Well, when I'm at the house, I read books. Like, damn, Slim read books? What book you read, Slim?
I don't read enough books. I do read books, but not enough. I read shit that be like interesting to me. Yeah. Like as far as like, cause I'm an attention fool. Like it's hard to keep I don't even watch TV shows, you know what I'm saying? Unless it's like some real good shit, you know what I'm saying? Yeah. But I definitely see my brother, Young Sam, reading all the time, and he inspiring me. I need to
stay in light.
Yeah. Like right now, with everything that's going on, I've been reading Malcolm X book, and he was talking about how he went to Mecca and how he was getting greeted by white people, all kinds of different races, but they didn't look at him as being black. Like they all looked at everybody as equal. And he said once he witnessed that over there and came back to America, he realized there was really something wrong in the way that they look down at Americans. Like they feel disgusted because they don't believe that people should treat people like that. But that's pretty much like the Islamic way of their religion. That's how they is, period, with us. So that's why a lot of people be saying like, well, let's just say like Elijah Muhammad said that's the original religion that we supposed to follow, because the guidelines and the way that they handle themselves as far as like with the people. So I think that's really what's missing right now in the world. Like that need to transition to this, and that's kind of like a lot of the reason why I be like as far as like saying I'm a Christian. Like I say I'm not a Christian. I really don't even try to claim a religion because I feel like it'd be a separation on everything. And that's what we got. Everybody got everybody
something to separate you.
It was part of the division.
Most of the different divisions under Christianity, like being a Catholic or a Baptist, were made by human beings, by kings who wanted to manipulate the Bible to work how they wanted it to work. So it's like, well, in this area, we're not gonna do divorce, we're not gonna do confessions, and we're not gonna do this. And what do we call this? Well, this new version is called baptism. Yeah. And then that's kind of how these divisions got. Basically, people want to take out the parts they don't like. Basically.
Exactly. Right. And creating their own thing.
Yeah, but when the disciples was following Jesus, he didn't call them Christians, he didn't call them Catholics, he didn't call them none of that. They was fishers of men. So to me, when you put certain types of labels on them, people ask me about it, I just say I have a faith. And I tell them I believe in Jesus and I do certain whatever, but I don't put a title on them.
Yeah. I'm the same way, spiritual.
Right.
You can't put no title on.
Exactly. Because I be using pretty much a lot from everything. I read the Bible and I turn around and read Elijah Muhammad book, and at the same time it's like when they do Ramadan, I participate in the Ramadan, but at the same time I'm still read my Bible. So it's like
natural existence.
And it works for me. I feel like everybody's faith or whatever in God, I feel like they got their own relationship, so it's gonna work for them. And I feel like that's another thing with black people, like they got to get their mind right as far as like on the spiritual side. Because at the same time, we can say it could be race wars and all this, but it's real spiritual at the same time, because you got certain let's just say we got black people that think that black people just out here being ignorant because they want to be ignorant and they want to be lazy or whatever. Like at the same time, it's a mental thing. They really stuck in a rat race to where they can't get out of it. And
the rat race,
they get frustrated.
The rat race that has been passed down.
Right.
It's been passed down
it's
mentally.
Like George Floyd is what shakes them up to where they like, okay, you shook them up and they out of it. So now, like y'all say, what's the plan? Because we got them shook up out of it. They want to see what black people gonna do better, but after a while, the party's gonna start back. The second stimulus check gonna come around, and it's gonna be like, well, what's up now?
Yeah,
like everybody gonna be back on their own thing. So that's why these plans right now, like all the people that start these marches and everything, got all the people there. So now when we get all the people there, are we passing out some papers to recruit them to come to the next meeting to where we could actually start talking about what we're gonna do?
It got to be some more meetings.
Right.
We might not get this done till meeting number 70, but we can't get off of this with a protest.
I think it starts like locally. I don't think it's a global thing.
That's what it do.
I think it starts with somebody doing it in their community. You know what I'm saying? One place, and then somebody coming in with that, and then like I say,
take that structure.
We got the lawyer, get a lawyer and them involved where the shit is legit and ain't no dumb shit.
Yes.
Get the doctors and different successful people involved to show that it's official, and and it ain't no like scam type shit and nothing. Like it's real.
Right.
And then you have people like me who can help promote it as a rapper. You know what I'm saying? And different rappers. And that's how it should be.
Want to talk to us?
Yeah, I'm down with that. I'm telling
the first thing that I think that would have to be addressed when you sit people down like that is, number one, they gotta agree to disagree, which is also a part of the plan. And what that means is, whether you a Muslim or a Catholic or you an atheist, you gay, you straight, whatever you are, the first thing people see, the thing that might get you killed or keep you alive, is you being black. So let's focus on that part first. If I'm a Christian and you gay, we can't get into an argument on whether or not your lifestyle is right, because if you dead, I can't bring you to Christ.
Right.
If I'm dead, you can't bring me to see that I should be able to live my life how I want to, whichever way is right. Let's just, put all that out the window and focus. And the other part is, let's get past the verbal Uno we like to play. Oftentimes you get people in this room and, I've been marching for 10 years. Well, I was right there with Marcus Garvey. Well, I didn't. None of that matters.
Right,
if you're not going to pull that out right now and do something with it,
exactly.
We not, because if you had a plan, we would have heard it by now.
Right.
So the fact that you ain't come with nothing and say, hey, black people, let's try this, means you should be open to hear what somebody's plan is. Don't be ready to shoot them down. Don't be waiting for your turn to talk.
Right.
Be willing to listen.
Right.
That'd be the problem.
That'd be a problem. And now, even when somebody bring a plan, somebody else gonna have another plan. You know what I'm saying? So it's just gonna be.
I don't even mind hearing another plan. It's just because maybe you got something in your plan that, hey, if we put this piece from yours, this piece from mine, we gotta be open to it. It can't just be, we gotta do mine. Because even with what I have, I don't necessarily say it's the best, because I ain't heard nobody else's.
Yeah.
My thing is, this is what I got.
You took a step.
And if you got something on my number one and say, number one is cool, maybe we should add this to it.
Right.
You know what, you're right. Bam. That's it. Not since it ain't my idea,
Right.
you got to put them egos aside.
Yeah, I think it's a group effort.
Yeah. And then it starts with yourself also, I think that. And let's just say, like, as far as boss life, how y'all started building up houses, having damn near a whole block. Now let's just think about, we got other black people, let's just say the small drug dealers or whatever, they say they're gonna put themselves together, they're gonna get a hood store. Like, if each one person just take it upon themselves to do something positive as far as like the black race to put us ahead, and I think it's be more on an each one teach one type of thing, because it's not gonna happen all like right the next 2 years or whatever. I think over the course of time, as far as like, let's just think about how let's just say how your dad raised you or my dad raised me, or whatever. We feel like, okay, I can do better with my kid. And that's for us to have a whole thought to say, okay, now I'm finna raise my kid a whole different way better. And then you think about your kid coming down the line, he finna raise his better. So at the end of the day, it's gonna get better, but we all gotta be taking upon ourselves to do something first.
Taking the steps now.
Yeah.
And something else to add to that, what you're saying is, if it was that type of group, then that's a big issue too. Like, a lot of dudes even got dry money. Like, they got money just at the house, but they don't really know what else to do with it but buy a chain. So if you tell them, hey man, if you want to open up, it needs somebody to be in that group also, doctor, lawyer, financial, business person who can give them the game of, hey man, yeah, you got to draw 20. Okay, well we can do this with this, and you can be making this.
Because
you know
I
what I'm saying?
believe that's what it's gonna take. The plan, a structured build, and then let that show people. We show and tell people. Y'all know that's why social media is so popular right now. Everybody believes in
So
what
I got
they
an
see.
idea.
Yeah.
So if we start with a model.
We got so much money in the city amongst the rappers. Buy a town.
By who?
A town.
What you mean in town?
There's whole towns for
Like
sale.
kind of like the
And we in Texas, there's a
Oklahoma,
million of them
Black
little
Wall
small
I'm
towns.
not, y'all see them all the time. I see them. It's 10
I seen
minute
one
time.
for sale for
It's
1.7.
20 minute time. Yeah.
a whole town.
A whole town for 1.7.
Yeah.
So Slim get his own street, Scarface get his own street, Bun get his own street. Everybody who put in a big number get their own street.
Who the fuck live that up?
We do.
Shit.
But see, that's where you need that team you was talking about to come in and make everything right. You gotta make an economy. You know you
we
gotta
ain't
make,
trying to move in the middle of nowhere.
Yeah,
Whatever
yeah, ain't
about
nobody
that.
gonna
It ain't
do
really
that. Ain't
nowhere
nobody
we all
gonna do
live
that.
I'm
Ain't
saying-
nobody gonna do that.
Nobody ain't moving into the middle of nowhere. We can't, to start a whole city, I ain't gonna say we can't, because you can, and it can happen, but I'm just saying, from my standpoint, my idea is like, I need access to cool shit, and it's gonna be hard to get
You
that.
already got my life set, so there ain't too many changes I'm trying to make.
I don't want to leave on the cool. I want to just
Yeah.
make motherfuckers, do something
And
here.
that's all. I feel like we can just buy shit around here, and at the same time, motherfuckers move when they don't want to be around
Exactly.
certain shit. So at the end of the day, but
Nah,
another thing-
it's so much. Like Homestead is pretty much vacant, fool. The whole fucking state.
You saying there's places we can buy.
We can
but
do that out
We
here.
just gotta support each other.
Exactly.
Right.
And we can stay down here where we at, but we gotta support each other. Like
Yeah.
if Homestead, they got clothing stores over there, they got car lots over there. That's where we need to be buying our cars.
Exactly.
Right.
Cause I heard them say, hey, one day we gonna shut down and not buy nothing from white businesses. That ain't gonna do shit.
I'm glad you brought that up.
30 days ain't gonna do shit. We need to do 6 months to a year to where we support our people. Because once you get in the habit of that, you're gonna constantly do that. And then if you doing that for 6 months, I'm not saying
see what are
we
you
got
doing.
everything black that we can buy. Of course you gotta buy a pair of
Like gas and
Nikes.
shit.
But you know what I'm saying? You got certain shit you have to buy for them. But for the most part, these big companies, Louboutin, that ain't speaking up for us, that got the money and the power, fuck them. We're not buying them right now. Fendi, we're not buying them. We can go.
Fuck Hill Figure.
You know what I mean? Whoever, we can live with what we got. We don't have to stay too funky fresh every day.
Right.
You don't have to keep buying new shit. You can rock your own. Let's just put a small dent in they shit and start buying with us. You know what I'm saying?
And that's
Because
what
on the
I,
cool, think about this, fool. This is global. This shit is not local.
This is
How many motherfuckers from Versace donated anything?
You
How
don't
many
even hear them
motherfuckers
speaking
from
up for
Louis
us.
This
Vuitton
is
said
global.
anything? How many motherfuckers who else is
I seen Def
Christian
Jam.
Dior and
A lot of
I'm
them-
glad they not, because that's gonna make us the same way how we end up having to build this whole industry in Houston, because none of the other areas wanted to fuck with us. Now it's gonna make motherfuckers like, hey, we gotta get right, because look at what's happening. I got a whole closet full of Gucci. What Gucci said? Nothing.
Nothing.
But
What
see,
they donate, nothing.
a lot of record labels, Def Jam said we don't support racism. You're gonna say that, but I don't
Let
see
me
you
see
doing.
you do
Let me
something.
see you do
I
something to
think
help
they
your
donated
people.
some money though.
Well, then too, where's that money? You could also do other shit though, cause y'all in position to sit with the people and shit like that.
What is the
And all
money that's
the
getting donated?
motivational
Right.
speakers too. Where y'all at?
You could donate 100,000, but you can also sit with Trump behind closed doors and do something to help him win. So I want to see you doing something like that. We know when some shit effective. Fuck a post or a tweet. Show me your actions. You know what I'm saying? Because you make money off of us anyway.
So-
even with the record industry game, let's just talk about them. Like
Right.
as far as like with the artists, let's just say black artists is the ones that's really running the game when it comes to music industry. But the structure of the contracts is always structured to keep the artists in debt some type of way. So at the end of the day,
That's what he was talking about.
they built for us to present to our homeboys, say, hey, I'm gonna sign you to my label. When really we can compose our own contracts, create our own game when it comes to this independent game. To where, nigga, I'm not gonna be crumbing my homeboy, telling him, nigga, you super duper in debt and overcharging the prices of the videos and shit like that, doing whole shit. And then at the end of the day, now niggas is in debt and they got beef. And that's how a lot of beefs started, because we pretty much taking a game that they set up for us based on our talent, and we giving it to our homeboys, and then niggas, you got niggas that's having beef saying this nigga messed up, or this nigga didn't put my album out or whatever. He's saying I owe him this money when really we know they done marked it up. So I think like that's another thing we gotta take power of. Like a lot of niggas is going independent, stay independent, and when you sign in your homeboy, let's not use they same old paperwork how they been doing.
Make it fab,
create our own
business.
Yeah,
do fab business.
I hate to punch in on that, but I'll say like it makes sense, but we let white people do it, and like I think that's the biggest
We don't
thing
do
for black
nothing to
people.
them. Why we don't run up on Jimmy Iovine like we run up on the nigga from?
We don't fight our own people in a second for the same thing that
you're right.
white people do, or not white people, just businesses.
That
you
business structure go in all businesses though. We in all businesses, not only the record industry. It's the same way, and we do each other the same way.
Exactly. So it's time to create our own rules on anything that we taking charge of. Let's just say even the NBA, like how they telling him just shut up and dribble or whatever. Like was telling LeBron them like, why niggas ain't saying, you know what? We're gonna step down from there. Let's get with Ice Cube. Let's see how we can. He got the 3-on-3. How can we go on and get our own?
Can we bet it?
That's what everything. With the Grammys, all of that stuff. It's like my answer to all of that shit is build our own. If we mess around and made our own NFL or version of NFL, two things gonna happen. Number one, all your star players gone. Number two, they gonna all end up coming to our shit because everything they do, the whole culture of this globe is perpetuated by black people.
Yeah,
they need to own
how we walk, how we talk, a cage being experimented on to where they trying different shit. Okay, we're gonna set this up for them to work. They're gonna play basketball like this. They're gonna drop music like this. So they create this whole thing looking out while we just in the cage.
That's why this stance right now today is so important.
Yeah,
like that's why we can't stop. If we stop, they're gonna keep us in that systematically cage.
Right.
Like now it's different than before. You can have some money and still be a slave. You not know it. Like they can loot us. Like I don't.
The money is your chain,
but I don't care. They can loot us by price gauging us. That's looting the shit out of us.
They do it every time a storm happens. They don't nothing happen to the people that do it.
You know, nothing done to them. You know what I'm saying?
So, Black Saturday movement is the idea I have. Basically, the way it would work is every Saturday after the July 7th thing, where people supposed to not spend no money, every Saturday you spend money with a black business. Every Saturday. And you post where you went, and you use the hashtag Black Saturday Movement 2020. That's going to line up all the way until the day after Black Friday, which is a Saturday. On that day, you spend money with nothing but black people that whole day. The day after Black Friday, and you use that hashtag. That's gonna make it viral. It's gonna make everybody see it. That's the first year.
That's the start.
The second year is this. We go to all the black businesses that people complain about for whatever reason. We say, hey, this black business normally makes 1,000 on Saturdays. When they participated with us last year, they made 7,000 on one Saturday. We want to bring you in, but the only way we can do that is if you fix your toilet or work on your customer service, whatever that thing is. Basically, we're going to make it profitable for you to turn your business into a good business.
Cause see, that's a lot of problem with black business because they don't really stand on the correct principles when it comes to running the business. They be thinking that they can come late. They think they can talk to people any
Well,
kind of way.
The thing people don't understand is that, here's the thing about a lot of shit people don't get. You see them pictures all the time, the lynchings and stuff like that, right? A lot of times what people don't know is the people that's in that picture, they own businesses that made more money than their white counterparts in that same city or town. Let's say, for example, you the black barber. All the black people got to go to you because you the only one.
Right.
As opposed to it's 5 white barbers, all they shit broke up. So then all of a sudden they jealous, you get hung. So if I'm your son, I just watch you get hung. How fast I'm going to be to open a business? And it's the same shit with learning to read.
Right.
It's the same shit with standing up for yourself.
Yeah.
That's why, see, a lot of people think, man, black people can't work together. That is the reason why.
Yeah.
The reality of it is we're not gonna fix this shit even in our lifetime. The key is to have a plan, do your part, and when you get to where you can't do nothing no more, your kids know it's time for me to step up now. That's how you do it.
Yeah.
So that's the second year. The third year we do this. Okay, you my white partner, you my Asian partner. You really down with us? on this one day, you spending money with nothing but black people. We spend money with white people 365, 25, 8. You can take this one and just spend with us.
Yeah.
Then you take that, a lot of that extra money that people normally wouldn't have, and that's when you start voting. A lot of people say vote. I ain't never voted like Pimp C. Reason being, I ain't never seen it work for nobody. But my thing is, we not Republicans no more. We not Democrats. We not liberals. We are the Black Party. We move as a unit. We decide, hey, we want these such rules, these laws added. If you can do this Biden, if you can do this Trump, we don't even care who it is.
Yeah.
If you can do this, you get our vote and you get our bread.
That's what
if you can't do that,
to be in right now.
if you can't do it, because what's gonna happen is, let's say for example, if somebody important sat down with Trump right now, and he said, "What do y'all want to make all this protesting go away?"
Nobody know.
See what I'm saying?
Well, I'm sure some people who's working behind the scenes are just not famous. You know, they got plans
ideas.
too.
Yeah, they got some
but it's like, it should be, everybody should know it.
Usually what end up happening is they allow the person who's been doing the oppression to come up with the plan to kill the oppression. Well, we want justice. Okay, y'all want justice? Let us give you this. No, we give you the plan and you do this. This is what we want. We don't want your version of justice because your version never worked out for us. Keep in mind, when they started doing all that shit in California with the battle rounds and when all the drugs were popping off, that was the response of black people saying, we tired of all these drug dealers. That was us allowing them to come up with the plan to fix it. A lot of times when you deal with the government, they like prescription medicine. They fix one thing and fuck something else up. So we got to come up with the plan. So we take that money, we create our own party. We move as a unit. We might say, hey, we got 100 laws we want in office for whatever reason. Out of that 100, everybody vote for the top 5 you think is the best. Out of that, we find our top 5, we go to whoever's going in office, and we say, hey, this is what we want. Y'all can't give us that, you ain't getting our money or our vote. I guarantee you, we start moving like that, we start getting, because that's basically what's happening. That's the real reason why we get shot on TV. It ain't because we black, it's because we don't have no power in them offices. Right. If the same thing would have happened to a Jewish person, the same time you saw that march, somebody would have been in them offices talking to somebody who can actually make some shit happen.
Exactly.
The problem with us, we see the march part, but we don't have that office part. Yeah. That's how you get the office part, with the check. The reality of it is all these politicians for sale. Wealthy people don't vote, they buy who they want. Mm-hmm. I need the music industry to run this way, so me, Jimmy Iovine, I'm gonna give you all these campaign dollars.
Man, it's a brother.
And I'm gonna put you in this magazine, and I'm gonna put you right there, but I need this to go this way for the music industry. That's how we need to start moving. Exactly.
Got a book called Powernomics.
That's the dude I was telling about.
That book a long time. I sent it.
His plan to the T.
Man. He got a plan.
So the Black Saturday thing is how we implement the first part of his plan.
And this is how this got to be done. Because we got to get in them office and we got to get in money structure to make anything happen.
Right.
And even with the black banks, everybody's saying, let's go put money in the black bank. I don't necessarily agree with that. What I agree with is we go talk to the people who run the bank and we find out how they operate. And we say, hey, we want to bring you all this business, but 2 things you can't do. You cannot lend to these developers that's gentrifying our neighborhood. Because see, what's happening is, let's say in that Chase and Fifth Ward right on Lounge Street. All them people in that area putting their money in that bank. I'm a developer. I'm part of the gentrifying process. I go get a piece of property. Y'all got property. 10% down or something. Come to y'all with this paper. Y'all give me the money to develop. Basically, I'm taking Fifth Ward's money to take Fifth Ward from them.
Right.
Only thing worse than getting robbed is getting robbed with your own gun. That's basically what's happening. So when you go to Liberty or whoever, we got to be like, 1, you can't be one of the people that's loaning to these people that's taking our hoods from us. And 2, you got to be positive about helping us develop our own businesses. So if I'm Sam and I want to start this photography store, and I got a concrete plan and this and that, you're gonna make sure I get that money. And if I'm missing something, you're gonna tell me what I need to get it done. Yeah. Because that's what they doing.
That's what we miss.
That's what they doing. Don't just say, he ain't got no shirt and tie on, he blah blah blah. Yeah. Like, hey, young dude, you know, I see what you're trying to do. You got this part right. You need this. Come back in 3 months and we're gonna get it going.
That's what it is. A lot of people got a lack of education.
It can't just be go to black bankers. If they moving like the counterparts, then what's the point of giving them all our money? If they gonna give it to the people that's gonna take Fifth Ward, Trinity Garden, Homestead, whatever, what's the point of giving them the money?
Yeah.
Yeah, that black banks.
That's doing your homework.
Because I applied at a black bank for a business loan, and they said, you don't have this, and this. And like, I got most of the shit that we need. Nigga, help me out. You see what I'm doing? You know what I'm saying? But it was like, nah, you ain't got this. But, you know, and that shoot you down, and now you got to go to the other banks where they'll kind of let you slide a little bit, but they're a little bigger. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. Well, the problem with people that are abused is oftentimes they start to operate like the people that abuse them. So like even in music, I signed this bullshit contract. Man, I'm starting my own label. What I'm gonna do? Give you a bullshit contract. I got fucked over by the white banks. I'm a black bank owner. What I'm gonna do? Give you the same paperwork the white folks gave me. See what I'm saying?
That's the game.
No,
that's how we keep doing the same
It's
cycle.
a business model.
Yeah.
Oh, well, he didn't come in with a shirt and tie, blah, blah. Bro, we was out there in that field together. You forgot?
We're gonna break
That
the business
fast?
model.
Everybody don't wear a business tie, suit tie.
And that's the thing. Like even when I
Most of
see
the people making the most money, all of the businesses don't dress like that. When the last time you seen the dude that on Facebook with a tie and a suit on? They dress out of Walmart.
Facebook don't dress like that at all.
Look at Slim, like Slim even said he happy that he able to be a boss and just do whatever the hell he want to do and still get shit done. Or well, like they not holding his name against him or none of that type of shit. But you just think about the things that let's just say me, if I'm a regular nigga, I'm just smoking weed or whatever, I probably come in there smelling like weed or something or whatever. But we're not saying that's a good thing, but at the end of the day, it's like they're gonna judge me based off of what I got on or how I'm smelling or whatever, even though I might have all the knowledge that I need.
In the office, no
Yeah,
time.
Right.
yeah, and you know, see what I'm saying? Shit like that.
That's why I'm like I am.
Wolf of Wall Street.
Yeah, you show niggas like
I show people.
You let your work.
Yeah. I let my work. See, I'm a positive person. We give back. We do everything, but I'm still me. Like I'm still who I am. I still talk like I talk. I still move like I move, you know. And that was big. That was me. I wanted to always be like that too.
And because that's a crazy thing too. Because a lot of let's just say if you could make a phone call to a big company, people nowadays, you know, I mean, they niggas gonna change their voice up. Make it sound proper and all that.
Got the elevator voice.
Yeah, it's like you shouldn't have to do it. I shouldn't have to call somewhere and sound like
I change it up a little bit because I don't be like, hey, say but I be a little, you know what I'm saying? I change my shit up, but I'm still me, you know what I'm saying? If I don't know that big
if you at work though, I understand it though. I'm not hating on it. You know, I just love it. I don't have
if you at work.
But if you at work, I believe that you should be professional.
I think it's a proper way to talk.
You know what I'm saying? And not be like my nigga.
That's stuff right. But I don't feel like you should be changing your tone. Like if you a monotone type of person, you should be, hey. You know,
it's strictly, it's like this here. This is what I'm saying.
Yeah,
the thing is, the real point of the conversation is, if you work for somebody, you do have to be professional. You do have to follow the rules of whoever you work for.
Right.
But if you work for yourself, you don't have. You do whatever you want to do.
Right.
And that's the difference. That's just the point.
It goes right back to building your own house.
And that's it. And it's a free feeling when you can do this. I can smoke weed and do whatever I want to do. The ball players can't do this shit. Nobody can't do this shit who got a job. You know, like, real life. A lot of motherfuckers can't do this. So that's a freedom I love. That to be able to just do what the fuck I want to do.
I'm on my way to a commercial real estate meeting after this with a property boss like shit on.
Yeah.
And I'm going now because I'm going to tell you what me and my broker can do. I ain't in there to impress you with a suit.
And that's the thing, you can't be judging people because it's sometimes a lot of people, like let's just say the youngsters nowadays, they feel like they do not want to listen to nothing that the old people talk about. Even when it comes to like slavery or they giving you some game about back in the day, they don't want to hear because they feel like old people don't know what they talking about.
It's kind of their fault too though. It's kind of them older people fault.
I was going to say that.
I always say that's one part of the plan. Find at least one young person, a young teen, a young adult to mentor. Because part of the problem is people get older and they forget they used to be that dude on the corner. And you can't never forget that. You always feel like, well, I don't know that young nigga, but that's the same young nigga your daughter gonna be bringing home one day. or sitting next to your son in class,
Right.
or shooting up the school, then you could have said something to him to make him do something different. It ain't all about you gotta bring him living in your house, but you see him on the corner, hey, what's up, man? You know, it's a better way to make that money.
Yeah.
Just certain little things like that make a lot of difference over time.
Yeah,
It's become a disconnect.
And it also be the reason why you don't end up putting a gun in your face.
Yeah.
Right. You just think.
Especially with us and the youngsters that's going on right now.
Yes.
Because a lot of the youngsters right now, they really in their head. They think they know exactly what's going on off of what they seeing right now. But really, to actually get to the real plan of things that need to be happening, we need to be looking at the older people, looking at the Malcolm X, looking at Elijah Muhammad, looking at everybody that tried to do everything we did, because it's like they kept striking the match. They was trying to get there, but it's time for somebody to actually get the flame going. Or well, so after we research all that's going on, like let's just say the Black Panther Party, how they was pretty much showing up with the guns or whatever. Like nobody has the knowledge to know why we can't just pull up and have all our guns out.
We don't know the law.
Exactly. So that's the whole thing to where we got it. When we get these little groups that people start these little groups of their own. Let's just say me, Too Deep, and two other people finna start us up a group to where we just gonna be trying to go towards his plan. And then let's just say the people that we influence, they gonna want to come join the same thing. So it's like I feel like a lot of people too, like the Boss Life crew, us starting our crew, all these different crews or whatever, just basically black businesses of people trying to do shit. I feel like that's gonna actually move things forward.
Yeah.
That's the other part of the plan too, is that people need to be thinking, what can I do for the next 4 years straight without getting tired of doing it? Because the reality of it is, it shit ain't gonna get fixed in a week, and ain't gonna get fixed in a month. And like I said, it ain't gonna get fixed in our lifetime. But if we do something consistently, over time, it's gonna start making a difference. Like when you start working out 5 days a week, every week, you start seeing results. We kind of wanna have this big demonstration and then see a big result. But that's not what's gonna get us a long-lasting result. We got all these Sesame Street and all these people talking who've been watching this shit happening and ain't said nothing. Now they all saying we're not with racism, we're not this. But if we don't have something we can do every day,
it should be support black businesses.
Something we can do. But even beyond that, let's say for example, he shoot videos. If he take one day out the month and mentor teens about shooting videos.
Yeah.
Mentor some black teens. He can do that every month, every week or whatever. He can keep doing it without getting tired. If I take, hey, I'm teaching them how to write. You teach them about real estate. Well, I'm not gonna drive 30 kids around, but I'll show up to this place one day a month and tell y'all this how I bought this neighborhood. I can do that every month without it being too much on me to where I can't do what I normally gotta do. But
so
because you're doing that,
meeting once a month with everybody to mentor kids,
that's something you can do. I'm just using that for an example. My point is something that you can keep doing consistently that's for the cause, rather than I want to do this one big thing one time and if I don't get the results, then I'll walk away. You gotta be something you can do, because if he keep doing that every month for the next 4 years, how many kids you done taught? And we all got something like that we do. How much difference have we made over time?
Right.
That's dope,
You just gotta stay consistent. Because if we keep touching them, we're gonna see the results.
And don't overextend yourself, because if you overextending, you're not gonna keep doing it.
Tired of that shit like man, fuck them kids.
You start trying to do a whole 6-month program every year. You got 10 kids living with you. The first time you're gonna be like, man, fuck this shit, man. These ain't my goddamn kids.
Man, look, man, them little niggas ain't listening, man. Fuck this shit.
And that's the thing, and that's what Dre spoke on, even with the new plan we had with our Boss Life Foundation. We picked 10 kids and we rock with them a few weeks, and the ones that are listening and not listening, let's separate them. You ain't talking about nothing, you ain't listening. Okay, you 3, we finna phase y'all up out of here till y'all ready. We're gonna bring 3 more in, and then we're gonna keep up with them after that. You know what I'm saying? So we don't have the same 10 just fucking up the bunch and coming here to meet because they want free Burns barbecue every meeting every month. So
exactly, stuff like that. Now the key is for each person to find something like that they can do.
We need more of that too. We need more after school programs.
Actually letting people see that going on. Like let's just say for instance, like somebody like me or Sticks or somebody, we offering our service saying, okay, let's go film this or whatever, because people got to see that or whatever, because it's probably another crew like Boss Life that's doing the same thing, but we got to start publicizing it on the social media to let them be an example
To
and
see
showing.
and know how it's
And
done.
motivate people too. A lot of times people will say like, man, no, if you feel something from the heart, you shouldn't post it. Me personally, from my heart of doing it, I do it for the point of, if you see me doing it and you know I'm not no millionaire and I'm out here doing it, because a lot of times people feel like, well, you know, what can I do? I'm barely making
Well,
it.
it's certain
I
ways.
mean, it's that.
It's certain ways when people post it. When you give a homeless man a sandwich and you're cheesing, it's a different way of clout. You can say, hey, look, I got these 50 cheeseburgers. I'm finna give them go to the homeless. Because some people that are not homeless, it might be embarrassing to them. But you can just put it out there. It's about how you do it. You don't have to take a picture.
I agree.
Look at Dirty Dave out here. I'm giving them a burger.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
There's a way
Because
to
it
do
can be
it.
embarrassing.
There's a way to do it.
Right.
But a lot of times when I'm doing it for the point of, if you see I'm doing it and I'm not a millionaire, that means you can do something too. And you might not know what you can do. Hey, you come be a part of what I'm doing. If you don't know what, if you just feel like you should do something, you don't know what to do. Here's something you can do.
That's what I think it is. I think a lot of people just don't know what to do. And I think that if somebody gave them something to do, then I think they'll
Because
be more.
it's really not that hard, bro. We've been doing it before Boss Life Foundation.
Right.
And it took, at one time, us putting $200-300 a piece, buying hot dogs and hamburgers and barbecuing them, and then getting some toys or whatever, and getting some turkeys. When you got 10 ballers, if you done sold dope in this community for these years and you made 100 racks this year, you and your partner can each put $1,000 a piece to give back. Or even if it's tennis shoes, or even if it's, you can get somebody to come over there and speak, you know what I'm saying? It just take a small portion. It ain't really that hard, you know, because everything helps.
Baseball game, basketball game in the neighborhood.
And that's how the real OG gangsters used to move. That's why a lot of times when the police used to come asking questions, they couldn't get no answer from nobody, because they done fixed so many people rules and put baseball teams in all kind of shit, to where it was like they did so much for the community was protecting them. A lot of these dudes, they just take. You sitting in front of my neighborhood, smoking with your music banging, trying to sell rocks. If anything, you the one causing the shootouts and all that. Hell no, I ain't protecting you. But what if I'm an elderly woman and you make sure I get groceries every month? Little shit like that.
Well,
that shit go a long way.
Back into it.
That's how we was right.
And if you telling the youngsters, hey, you ain't gonna be around here robbing no old lady, so y'all ain't gonna be in front of Miss Ella driveway.
Because that gotta be the other part of it too.
And pissing outside. So when
It used to be like that.
Back then, the old people correct you, so get the curse, and you better watch your mouth.
Not even that. The streets correct you.
We used to
The streets correct you. That's how it's got to get back to that, because that's the other part of it. We can't keep telling the police we need them to do this, and that. And
we got police out
they defund the police, and now they went from 1,000 to 500, and now niggas is robbing everything.
And I say that
we gotta be okay. You know, we gotta get back to some order. We gotta take it back to the days when heroin was popular, where you had to have permission to be on the block. As opposed to now, anybody with $50 jumping out there, ain't got no rules, no principles, no guidelines, doing the most, and causing reasons for people to say, yeah, we need more cops,
Yeah, but I think too, if we not tearing up our own neighborhoods, we wouldn't even have these racist ass laws in our neighborhood, because they wouldn't even have to be sitting out there waiting around for us, because we don't need them as much. Police our own shit, make sure everything right. And then we need to go down when we find them crooked ones. Go down there, get on them, blast them off.
We can't let up on this protest we got going right now, though.
I think from here on out, like every month, it should be something like he's saying with the Black Saturday and all that. Like every month, should be something that we doing. And whether it's a stop the violence concert or whatever, let's just say all the rappers in here get together. Let's bring a little baby out here, something for everybody. But you got a speaker that's gonna speak before he come up there. Let's just say like,
and you have to be there for the speech, to catch the concert.
Yeah, because the doors close at a certain time, so you make him hear the speech first, and then he go to concert. Then we got teen summits like back on BET when they used to have shit like that. Like
man,
you gotta have those type of things.
You gotta catch their attention. Yeah, you're right. That's
a good one.
Well, to catch their attention is a month, like you say, but I don't know why we don't stop spending on July 4th to July 7th. Why just July 7th?
Well, me personally, I think we should just focus on getting one day. The reason being is a lot of times in these situations, we end up trying to eat the elephant in one bite, and people can't do it, and then they give up. I think let's get us one good win. Let's say, yeah, you know, we had our problems, we got it, but on that one day though,
ease them into it.
we got it, and then that gives, because if you get you a win under your belt, it gives you momentum to go get another win. If you go say, well, I tell you what, we're gonna go 4 months without doing it, and you can't do it. See, we can't never do
You
that.
give a win one day, then you say, okay, y'all. So now we gonna do the whole weekend now.
But if you do too, and you try to tell them, hey, from now on, for next year, every day, buy black. After 3 days, they're gonna run out. And they're gonna fuck that. I can't do it.
That's why I just said like start out with the Saturday.
So
you have your habit.
Do you think the economy can be affected by us not spending one?
Yes.
Yeah. Will it
One
really
day.
hurt them?
Not one day.
No,
Because if they
spend, you gonna spend double the next.
Because if they closed on Christmas and that day don't hurt, that's the same damn thing.
The days do make a difference too, though. Like there's a reason why Black Friday is pushed away.
I think whoever
But you saying not one day of the year. You saying every Saturday for a year.
Because we
will put a
talking
dent.
about July 7th.
Right.
Is what everybody.
It should be continuously, and it should be.
And we're not even worried
It should be about
getting that
who
community.
to whoever
We
ain't
worried
speak
about
out.
building our community.
If people came out and spoke out and gave back, then we ain't
Cool.
we fuck with y'all.
Yeah.
But if you ain't come out and speak and give nothing back or nothing, then
I
we don't
said
fuck
Ben
with
and Jerry. I'm gonna go eat some of that.
Like even in the neighborhood,
Exactly.
you might
we just do that, and then let that be the report. Let motherfuckers see if you do support us, then we support you back.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like let that be the support. You know, for on that side of it or whatever. You know. But if motherfuckers ain't step up and ain't do shit, fuck
Showing
them.
our power.
Yeah, you know, if
and
people
we have
just
to do that.
right. If they not looking at this right now and opening up their mouth and saying nothing about that, knowing that we the motherfuckers who spending all the money with Versace, spending all the money with Gucci.
I think
You know?
that's where our plan come in because that's where our power is. We got the #1 spending power.
Exactly.
And if we can get somebody to sit down and accumulate that, and we
T.I.
move
be
as
doing a good
one,
job. They need to keep that up.
and we move as one.
And we got here's the thing, bro. We got so much fucking talent and power within us, bro. Like, why the fuck we need Versace?
Exactly.
Please explain.
Well, you know what
why
they
we
do?
can't do our own shit?
Because a $500
And make it be
t-shirt
that.
solidifies to say we
Okay,
got
well,
money.
Slim make a $500 t-shirt.
Well,
You
because-
won't buy it.
You ain't gonna buy it.
it.
Buy it. And that's our thing. We trying to show we got the money when we don't have it. If you can afford a $500 t-shirt, fine and dandy. But motherfuckers cause we gonna have to show up and show out with that motherfucker. Same reason we throw money in the strip club to say who threw the most. If it takes you $1,000 to fuck this stripper, you shouldn't be throwing $1,100. You don't need to throw 50,000 in that motherfucker because it makes no goddamn sense. Sorry, Eric, DJ Eric, but I just gotta get it like it is. But you know what I'm saying? That's just what we do. You know what I'm saying?
Same shit with Slim with the bottles. Like I don't see no reason for nigga to buy 1 million bottles and then you only gonna can't even drink them all.
You brought every bottle in there, and you had one on your hand the
Just
whole
think
night.
about the whole thing.
I've seen niggas buy 50 bottles.
Yeah.
And
Nah,
when you get out
let's
my
think
nigga,
about it.
We didn't
Just
come
think
into
about it.
having fun like that.
No.
Think about nigga mind frame. Nigga mind frame is the coolest nigga spending the most money. Whoever
That's
spending the
smart.
most money is the coolest nigga. That's dumb as fuck.
That's one thing that I like.
Literally.
That's one thing I like about your
Literally.
music because you always got something in there about man. I'm saving, I'm stacking.
Stacking, fuck that.
Hey,
And
yeah.
my goal in the club is I can spend the least and still get a bitch out of here and fuck.
It's right. When you go in there and you
The
got
same, you gonna
And you
get my
got
bitch
stand for
drunk.
niggas like that. Like
you got 10 people in your section. What do you need 10 bottles for? You need
Exactly.
3 max.
But at the same time, on the other side, like you
At
say,
the house, you need
like
that
you
big
say,
bottle.
we've been in that position. We've been those
We
niggas.
done it.
We
We've
can't
been
hate on
those-
it. It's a part of being young
Right,
and having
right.
fun, you know. So we not hating on it because we understand
We
it, but it's
can't,
just you
'cause
grow
they level
up
of
to a
fun is
level.
different.
Same shit with jewelry.
Yeah.
Same shit with everything. It's like everything.
It would be wrong of us to not tell them the truth. It's not
right.
It's not
Legal.
That's what I do.
buy bottles,
That's what I do.
but be smart about it. Don't
See,
buy 50 to show you got the most
This all
money.
I'm doing. That's what I'm doing. See, I'm not hating. I'm just telling niggas, hey man, look, it's smarter to stack that money and I'll show a nigga a math problem. You spend, 1,000 on this in the club for, 12 months straight, that's 12,000 and you driving in, y'all living in the bullshit, you could have had that. Whatever, ball of bills, period. Jewelry, drugs, how much a nigga drank every day, like all that shit is money, fool. Like
It's money.
all that shit is a lot of money, weed, everything.
Money.
baller bills. You know, a lot of niggas.
Sacrificing your chances.
A lot of niggas still at the bottom because they baller bills so
That's
high.
damn near a movie right there, bro.
You know what I'm saying?
Bills.
Your baller bills will keep you broke, my nigga. Keep you in the hood, keep you at one level. If you don't learn to, shake that shit in some form or fashion. But then I always say some shit, but I remember when I was in that position, and I always got to put myself in it, and I can't judge niggas, because it's like a lot of niggas don't know where to put their money at. They don't know what to do but buy jewelry, and they feel like that's value.
That's what they want.
Yeah, they feel like
You know
that's
what I'm
what
saying?
they know.
Or a car, whatever it may be. That's just what niggas know. Niggas don't really.
That's what they
niggas
know.
never. Niggas
That's
not
where the songs
educated.
and the videos come in. And
Right.
That's where that
But
come in.
they don't find that out until they took that loss in the streets, and then they got to go turn that $20,000 chain in, and they only giving them
Exactly.
6.
Well,
We just telling you before it happened.
This where the disconnect came from us in the streets, because the ones that need to hear this, we kind of not fucking with them now, because they too wild. They on some other shit. You know what I'm saying?
Exactly.
That's the first thing you'll hear somebody of another statue
And
say.
that be my
they
thing.
too
It's like, we gotta
wild.
be
You know what I'm saying?
transparent, because we gotta remember
Because
we
they
was
mean,
the wild dudes too.
they are-
That's the thing. We gotta remember that.
So that's where
Yeah.
we, being as men, we gotta step to the wild ones. You know, we have that mentality of fear. They
Yeah,
just wild
shy.
because they don't know.
I'm like this, bro. I got one time to give you some advice, and when you continuously wild, hey, see me on the come down.
I'm gonna keep it real.
Well, my thing about that is this, bro. Like how you say, you had to remember that you was in that place, and that might be true, but at the same time, if you got somebody that's like that cool uncle that's shooting you the game from time to time, you might feel like you ain't getting no impact. But then a lot of times them young niggas will come back and surprise you. You be like, hey man, I went and bought a property like you had said. Like Sam younger than me, he came back to me with stuff that I didn't think he was paying no attention to what we was talking about.
Yeah.
And then he come back and be like, hey man, I got this album, or I got this book. Remember he had told me about whatever, 48 Laws of Power.
Yeah.
Like, I didn't even think he read.
Yeah.
I just remember telling him about it over time. You're not gonna win everybody.
Yeah.
But if you get, let's say, 5 out of the 20 young dudes to straighten up, you done did more than a lot of people done did.
But I think we are doing better though.
And over time,
there's more people woke.
Listen,
There's more youngsters I see investing their money. I know a lot of little young street dudes that's saying now, hey, I want to buy me some property. I want to do this, flipping houses and all that. So we getting better.
We gotta stay connected to the right ones, because they the ones that's making the noise, making the difference in these neighborhoods.
I want to see more
They
black
got
business.
the people say that they tearing up and they destroying.
we need to create
We
a
get
black
to them.
business district in Houston.
I want to see
You got
more
Little
black
Italy, you got
business.
you got Chinatown, all of them.
Exactly. I want the whole Houston to be turned up though. I want it like from Homestead to be black businesses, Acres Home, Fifth Ward, everywhere should have a fucking Burns barbecue, turkey leg hood in each
Speaking
neighborhood
on this,
of different type of shit. Like you
not
still got
jumping
all kind of
subjects,
shit.
but I think that's gonna be what's going on.
That's what need to go
If
on.
we got our eyes open and be prepared, in 2025, Houston is
It's a lot of black business moving to the
gonna
city.
be like that
Period.
because
Texas,
it's a lot of people moving here
Mm-hmm.
by the droves from every city. Like
So a lot of people from out of town is gonna benefit if Houston motherfuckers don't get that
If
shit.
people live here don't get it
Dude came
together,
from California
'cause it's gonna happen.
and bought Element like at one wop.
Yeah.
Like he was like, this is what I was paying for rent in where you from in
And then
California?
we shouldn't
In the
even
Bay.
be fucking around in Element then.
Yeah.
We should have we should
Nah,
be
it ain't about. We can't be mad at hustlers. It's just about.
But
Nah, he a black dude, but
I thought you
yeah,
said he was somebody else.
My point was saying is that he came basically what he was using to pay for his house. He went and bought a whole club.
Yeah, well, I thought it was somebody else, but if they not sticking up for us, black need to spend with black. We need to be in
Indeed.
black-owned clubs. We need to be
Back
spend with ourselves.
Braves, kid.
Yeah, that's cool because I'm stressing about my people. You know what I'm saying? I don't worry about my motherfucking people right now. This shit ain't about me. Power to the people, you know what I'm saying? If I got the guy today for this little black boy to have a future, consider that dead motherfucker right now.
Shit.
But see, a lot of them niggas was on point too. listen to a lot of listen to Machiavelli now.
Yeah.
It's so
I've been
relevant.
listening to that whole.
Pop
all
still
the time,
relevant with
bro.
so
Yeah,
many
it's
changes.
so much.
Look at that shit, fool. That shit is relevant.
So that
He
goes-
said he was gonna be the person that sparked the brain.
Nah,
He said that.
Machiavelli is the album for it right now. You
Yeah.
gotta listen to
that
Machiavelli.
goes
Jam
to
that
say
Yeah.
why we don't need to stop. Because if we stop,
It's gonna
they're gonna be
just
doing this
same
again in
shit,
30 years.
30 years.
Right? Like we can't stop, right?
That's
Yeah,
why. That's why I keep
yeah.
saying it need to be a leader with a plan. But like y'all say, that was like it was better if we had an organization with a plan, and you know, just people knowing, coming together with some type of shit we keep continuing to do to, you know, make this shit not
Yes.
like you say, just be the same shit.
Just
over
be the
again.
same shit. You gotta understand. You might not be the fruit bearer of it, but you know it's gonna continue
Yeah.
to produce fruit.
Right.
That's what we gotta be, man.
Yeah.
You know, everybody look get the.
So
harvest,
basically, it
take
need
the
to be
whole
like
thing, man.
like a Black Panthers, but a legal Black Panthers.
They was legal.
That was legal, yeah.
They was just infiltrating.
Yeah.
But it
I'm
really,
saying like how
it
we,
need to be that again
however it is, it need to be something that type of form.
right now.
But it like I'm saying like well they can't fuck with it like they
Yes,
did.
right now.
I say
Black people gotta be on the same page for like we can't be letting certain niggas pass as far as like snitches and all that type of shit. Cause
Yeah.
back in the days when niggas do snitching shit, whole shit, niggas was getting. I'm glad you brought that up. On behalf of the street community, we are disappointed in you, my brother. Now you have the right to do whatever it is you want to do in life, brother. But you really let us down. You gave this rainbow head kid the remix of Locked Up when he didn't even do his time. He got himself unlocked, my brother. You could have gave that to Meat Mill, Gucci Man. There's so many rappers that have been locked up that really did time, and you gave it to this kid that told on many of other black brothers. You let us down,
Man,
bro.
that
That hurt my heart. Now,
I can't believe you.
I'm forgivable to my black people, but not today, cuz. Not today, cuz. You have to really come back.
That looked crazy.
It didn't
That
make
looked
any
too
sense.
crazy. And then this nigga got a whole wig on with a pony. Like he had a whole woman lace
He
wig.
looked like a woman. It just took the whole credibility from the song away. Like I don't even want to ever hear that song.
And he making a mockery out of hip hop, something we created, bro. And he's still out there trolling our younger black rappers, trying to trick them off the street to do something to him.
Right.
You just
That's exactly what it
that's
is.
what he doing. For he steady beefing with niggas from his crib. Hey, Con, you work with a snitch, bro. That shit is not real. You can't go from with Jeezy. If you're looking for me, I'll be on the block. You was telling on people on the block, bro. You stand for nothing no more.
That's crazy.
You gotta gain that back.
You gotta cancel Akon.
You gotta get counsel. Candace Owens,
I'm
bitch,
cool
you
with
count.
Akon, too. That's
Akon is
crazy.
very cool, but
That's
he did
too crazy.
some whole shit. And like I say, I'll forgive you later, but you gotta tell me your plan. I like what he doing.
It can't be just for no.
He don't need the money. He don't need the clout. Candace Owens, bitch, you counsel. Ain't no need in us getting mad at you. You not with us no. You ain't with us no. She went out and she spoke on some past that George Floyd did, previous cases. Okay, ain't nobody perfect. Of course, Floyd was a street nigga. He did his time. Ain't that what that is? You go and rehabilitate.
What's that got to do with it?
Got nothing
on his dick.
Got nothing to do with it. You know what I'm saying?
Malcolm X went to jail too.
Right, she
Martin King went to jail too.
she's saying he's not a hero. Bitch, he is a hero. He stood there and he changed the world. He a fucking hero.
Yeah.
You ain't shit to us no more. Get out of here. Trina, bitch, you skating on thin ice.
Gonna always mean
Yeah,
something,
Trina,
man.
you skating on thin ice. You call people riding and looting thugs and animals. Bitch, they not thugs and animals. They frustrated. And sometimes you don't know what else to do because that's your anger let you do it. So you want to bust a one and take that 72 inch you always wanted.
And that right there too.
And not even that. A lot of that shit has been orchestrated. Even the marches they had here, people saying, "Hey, we just passing by and it's just tons of bricks just sitting out there waiting for
That
somebody,
right.
hoping they grab it." That's the reason why I didn't do these marches because you can't control
But that
what's
can't be
going
your
on out
excuse
there.
though, because we still got to be out there front line to make
But
that
see,
word
here's the
versus
thing.
the dumb
Here's the
shit.
thing about stuff like that. Nobody has thought about what would happen if just one of them officers would have responded the wrong way. If just one of them would have started shooting.
But that's operating
Well,
on fear.
because now I was not
operating out there fearless.
It's not
standing for
we on front line ready to.
It's not operating on fear. It's operating on what is going to get the most done. If me doing this is going to get it done, I'm with it. I'm all with it. But if I'm going to end up putting myself in a situation where you got all these people who not black spraying Black Lives Matter on shit, you got people busting windows who don't even really know what's going on. They just doing it to be a part of it. And you got them agents sliding in there, because definitely some of them too.
Yes, they are.
And their whole purpose of moving in there is to disrupt the movement. So then what happens when you got all this infiltration coming from all these angles? You're gonna keep going into that knowing they coming to infiltrate?
You know what happens?
Without having no better plan, at least saying, hey, we gotta have some kind of organization about this shit so we can control who come in and who can't.
Now I hear it was peaceful.
Yeah, it was really
It was controlled. It was good. It was a good look on the cool, like, and then at the same time, it's just like I was thinking that everybody was calling me like, don't go, it's gonna be crazy. But at the end of the day, it's just gonna be people who, it's like the street's crazy. You wait, driving in the car is crazy. So you're gonna have frontliners who gonna ride, and then you're gonna have people who do their work however. And there ain't nothing wrong with however you do your work.
However you do it.
As long as we all do our work, then we good.
Because right now we need to do it.
And that's the thing, so I feel like if somebody felt that type of way, let's just say how you say, well, police do something, then you need to stay home because you scared.
And so you need to fight with us with your vote or whatever your plan, whatever you got.
You need to be telling us when the police coming or something like that.
Right.
If that's not true, you just don't need to be out there.
I'm not a marcher or a protester. I feel like that ain't me. But I'm going though. I'm gonna get out there with them. Right. I'm with getting the vote, using my platform to spread the word about voting. Right. That's why I feel like we stand better. But if marching and shit got them motherfuckers arrested, that I take my hat off, because that's what we need. We need all of that. Marching, riding, and all of that shit.
We need all that.
Everybody.
That's what happened with the black race too, because a lot of people got kind of cliquish. Like, let's just say, nigga, all I care about is my family. I don't give a fuck about what's going on with him. If he getting his ass whooping there, I'm worried about my family, my team. But it's like now with those marches, I feel like it brings everybody back to unity.
Yeah.
Well, I seen you at the march, so at the end of the day, we've been walking together. I probably don't know
you. On the same page.
But I know you now.
Them little white kids out
back
there.
to what you were saying earlier about speaking to everybody.
Right.
Yeah.
If them little white kids spraying Black Lives Matter on the building, we appreciate you doing it because we didn't have to do it.
Right.
Get your ass out there and do it for. We thank you. You riding with us. Appreciate it. And shit, it just
whoever down for the cause,
whoever down. I just seen a white girl today with Black Lives Matter on the window. Thank you.
And that was a beautiful thing to see too. Just like I say, it's a history book, man, and that's just
we
why I had
in the
to be
middle
there.
of it.
I had to be there. I said, man, I gotta be there. This is history right here. Like,
I took pictures so my daughter can see that.
I don't want to tell nobody that I wasn't there.
Yeah.
They gonna, 100 years later, they kids say, you remember that happening? Yeah.
My grandfather was there. My granddaddy was there. You know what I'm saying?
He say that. Yeah.
I think that's why a lot of people did.
At the end of the day,
as far as the kind of person I am, I'll have a different kind of approach to this. In 2002, my cousin Chris Menifee was killed by a Sheriff Deputy Wallace to be exact. And the only reason I'm even able to sit here right here and have this conversation with y'all is because my cousin had the address and he wouldn't give it to me. Because had he done that, I wouldn't be sitting right here right now. So I'm not the type of person that operates in fear. I'm a person that operates from what is the smartest thing for where we are right now. So me thinking that I'm going to be a part of a positive movement and putting myself in a position to get hit with a bullet is different than, it's about to be war right now and it's time for that. And hey, this is what I'm finna do, and whoever ain't with it, I ain't tripping, but this is what I'm finna do. Yeah. So there's a time and a way and a place for all of that. But the key is to don't be walking into situations thinking it's one thing and it's something else. If we protesting, but I'm thinking protesting, they thinking war, I'm unprepared. If they thinking war, I need to be thinking war.
And that's where you got just me listening to the conversation, listening to the march, then seeing the situation I was in, it was chaotic. Like, it was something like you would never believe. Mm-hmm. I seen marches, I seen riding, I seen just some other shit. Like you know how they let you in the store on Black Friday and them people. It was just people like that everywhere, in everything.
And ain't nothing wrong with what you saying. That's your opinion where you stand with it. We can't knock you for that because what you doing is helping.
I just want to.
Right.
Yeah.
And I
It's all pieces of the same puzzle.
because being at a march, it can turn from that to I was on the phone with you and it just turned.
Yeah.
It just turned into that, just like in 5 minutes.
We knew that. I knew that going into that march, this shit could pop off. I could get hit with a rubber bullet. I didn't want it, but fuck it. I'm out there for my people. That's just what the fuck I got to do.
That was just my thing about it is like, I ain't never had no chance to be a part of this shit. Then I sit here and read all this shit or whatever. So at the end of the day, I feel like even with me, I don't look at myself as being no honcho street nigga that's just gonna slap the shit out of a nigga. But I think if I was there watching a George Young or whatever, I fuck around. George Floyd, I'm sure. Yeah, George Floyd. I fuck around with went over there and did something like this to the laws or whatever. And at the same time, like with people around there or whatever, I think it would have went different too if somebody else would have just thought to say, man, let me just shove him off a little bit. Like even if you would have went over there and just kind of like.
But I don't think they knew he was gonna die. Maybe.
I think that'll happen. I think that'll happen now.
Right now, I think niggas gonna sit there and watch it no more.
Not before.
That's why I say they didn't think he was gonna die.
Nobody would have went over there.
That's what I'm saying. I couldn't have sat there and watched it because
I couldn't have been.
But you put yourself in a person like him's shoes who got prior cases. He know if he go over there and grab a law, that's assault. Plus the shit he been having since the 80s.
And not only that, what you have to understand in my day and some of y'all day, the police was fucking people up. Like this why this protest need to happen. I done witnessed it, done been a part of it. I'm a young nigga that the police picked up. They saw gang tats and they dropped us in another gang neighborhood.
Yeah,
me and another nigga.
Yeah.
I didn't live this experience.
Yeah, they drop boxes of guns in Chicago.
Do this.
It's like they're dropping them bricks out. They're dropping boxes of guns in Chicago.
They do this.
Like on Menace to Society when they drop King them off.
Man, this literally happened to me, and we had to run like 20 blocks. Like, like this was it was crazy.
Yeah. Right. I had officers' guns in my face on 3 different occasions. The last time I was helping people get food, and when that whole thing happened in Greenspoint, I ended up with an officer's gun in my face behind feeding people and making sure they have clothes.
So you gotta know, you just ain't gonna walk up on no law and push no law.
You ain't. It's gonna be tough.
You know, you just gotta now we at this point. I think somebody above.
I don't think niggas gonna just sit around and really. I don't think laws even fit to act like that no more right now. It's too much going on.
I can't even say dude. I can't even say dude.
You think they still try?
They still gonna do it.
They still whooping people ass. They bust the kids.
But at the end of the day, I think it's gonna be such a huge light on it that it's gonna be it should go down.
But also, if they don't do nothing to this cop, it ain't gonna be shit. They ain't gonna care because they shot the kid in the head in Austin with the rubber bullet. They motherfucking whooped the dude ass in Baytown the other day. Them punks ain't giving a fuck, dog.
The ones that are really on the hyper racist shit, they actually turning up right now, and they not turning down. The situation they normally might have let some black dude make it. Now they being over aggressive.
Look at New York. They pushed the old white dude down, bust his head open. They walking through just spraying in Minnesota, spraying tear gas out the window and shit.
This is pretty much the time that people are showing who they are.
They true colors, right?
This is something we should never forget. This is something we should never forget. I don't care.
From every angle.
From every angle, I don't care how. You know what I'm saying?
Acting up, not saying nothing.
Yeah.
You know, getting involved. What you seeing who people are right now. You know.
One different thing I say about this time.
And you should
everybody
never
need to get some
forget this.
elephant memory about it. Be paying attention. Everybody around you, look at what they doing right now. Because what they doing is they showing you their true colors.
Right.
Everybody is who they are in moments of stress. Everybody can be perfect when everything going like it's supposed to.
Yeah.
Right on. Well,
that's real.
Well, man, hey, we just want to drop down and give y'all some game. Hopefully, we'll be back soon.
And there it is. We about here.
Fight the power.